Hey guys, it's Isa and
Chef Sean.
And today we're gonna make one of the superfoods, quinoa.
That's it? That's our intro?
Well, what do you...
Sorry.
Hey guys, it's Isa and
Chef Sean, and welcome to another episode of What the Heck? You didn't say
you
that
cropped
either.
me.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because I was like this. When you watch that, I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna be like,
ready, set, go.
I call the shots.
Okay.
Ready, set, go. Hey guys, it's Isa and
Chef Sean.
And welcome back to What the Heck Was Our Cook Today. And today we're gonna cook one of the superfoods, quinoa. We're gonna make it so it actually tastes good.
No pressure.
Right?
Right. We're going to be cooking quinoa, and quinoa, where's it from?
It's from Peru, which is where I'm from.
And quinoa originated about 4,000 years ago. The Incas started using it. And what do they call it?
It's known as the mother's grain.
Mother grain, yep. So it was so vital that actually in the first harvest of the year, that in order to plant the first seed, the Incan emperor would use a golden shovel and plant the first seed. So that's
Pretty special.
How important it was. So quinoa is considered a superfood. So when dry, it's like a seed, and it's actually related to beets and spinach and chard and amaranth. So
It doesn't make sense to me, but
yeah, it looks like a wheat. But anyhow, it is gluten-free, celiac-friendly. It grows on a bush about this tall, and it has little clusters of the quinoa on there, and they come like little clusters, and they have a protective coating called saponins on it. So the saponins are a natural pest deterrent, so you don't have to use so many chemicals when they're growing it, which is great. Also, if you do not rinse and soak your quinoa before then, the saponins, actually the Incas would rinse it and they would save that liquid, and it was used to make soap, and they wash their clothes with it. So if you just go with your quinoa just straight from here into a pot of water, you're going to get some extremely bitter tasting quinoa. And a lot of people don't like quinoa because they're like, oh, it's just bitter, it doesn't taste good. Well, there's a reason for that, because you got to do a couple steps first. So the first thing you want to do is you want to soak quinoa for about 5 minutes. After it's soaked, it's going to start to puff up, and you can see the color gets a little bit lighter. And then you're going to take a fine sieve or fine colander. This will be your friend here. You get a very fine sieve, and rinse it out. You're going to rinse it until the water runs clear. Once it runs clear, then that takes all the saponins off it, so it will not be so bitter, and it'll be a much better dining experience. I'm going to make quinoa pilaf to be a little bit different. So we're going to use our soaked and rinsed and soaked quinoa. Then we're going to add a bunch of vegetables. So we have, first of all, we've got
some garlic and some onions.
Or shallots.
So first we got how much?
So we have one clove of garlic, one shallot. And we're going to dump that. We have a pan going over here. We have it going over medium heat once we get it going. And we'll start sauteing your shallots and your garlic first. Next, we got some delightful yellow peppers, which we have diced up as well. Then we diced up some red pepper. So about half a red pepper, half a yellow pepper. So we're making a pilaf. And then we're going to add about 1 carrot. Again, also nice and finely diced. And we have some oyster mushrooms. Again, these are great mushrooms, nice and firm and meaty. And we're going to add that to our mix as well. And then we're going to add some zucchini We're going to add some zucchini and some yellow squash. So the best way to clean this, you want to have nice little, again, same sort of size pieces. So you're going to cut this, and the first thing you're going to do is you want to cut it in half. And then you're going to separate it. You have 2 halves there, right? So you're going to cut in half, boom, cut in half, boom. You make that noise too, make it boom. Now when you do, I like to take it and you roll it so they're all sort of facing the same direction. So you have 4 of them facing the same direction. You take your knife at an angle, and you're going to want to cut out the seeds in the middle. So the seeds in the middle part that's the part that get mushy. So if you ever have like mushy zucchini, it's because you're eating all the seeds in the middle, which are not the best part. So you want to cut out the seeds. And so we'll do all 4 like that. And we're gonna do the same process with the yellow squash too. Same thing. And then you want to do is you want to cut nice little strips. And then once you have your little strips, just turn it, and you're just gonna want to give a nice dice all the way through. So everything is around the same size. All right, and you will cut up all our zucchini, all our squash exactly the same way. So you have nice little strips, and you're gonna cut out the center parts, which put in your compost. Makes for great composting. So we're gonna saute all our vegetables. We're gonna finish dicing up our zucchini and our squash. We'll add everything together. As you can hear, it's already starting to sizzle and getting some flavor going on. This is gonna be an extra step that also helps make your quinoa much better than just straight up water and boiled. We're also then going to add, ours is not going to be vegetarian, but you can make it with vegetable stock, again, which will make it even, add flavor. We are going to be adding our chicken stock, which we made fresh the other day. So we'll add some chicken stock to it. Again, we're building flavor. So to cook it, you're going to want to have about 1 cup of quinoa to 1.5 cups of liquid. When you cook it, you're going to want to cover it, bring it to a boil. I like to cover it up, turn the heat down until all the liquid is absorbed. You can tell when it's just cooked because when you start off, there's like little round balls, just little round, individual grains. Once it is cooked, it will grow a little tail. It's the best way to describe it. You can see it grows about 3 times in volume and it grows a little tail. So that's how you know it's done. When your tails come out, ready to party, ready to eat. So now we have all our vegetables going. We have our zucchini, our squash, our carrots, our peppers, shallots, and garlic. We have them going with a little bit of avocado oil. So now that you get a little sizzle going on, get a little excitement happening, you can hear it, starting to cook. We will add our soaked and rinsed quinoa to this whole thing. And we're going to saute all this as well. So you can't see it, but we'll get all this in there. There we go. It's a better angle, right? Get all these little bad boys up in here. So I'll get everything mixed up, and we will cook all that together. And you're going to cook it for just a minute or two. You don't need to cook it for a long time. But again, this is something that it's much like risotto. When you cook risotto, you want to kind of saute it first with just your veggies and your shallots and your garlic. We're just going to saute this. This brings a little heat and actually helps, again, even remove more of that bitterness because it's getting cooked here a little bit. Toasting it right now just builds more flavor. So the whole thing is about building flavor. Bright, it's vibrant. As you can see, there's lots of colors going on in it, and that's what this is going to taste like. So now once you get that sauteed for just like another minute or so, we will go ahead and add our chicken stock. So again, for every cup of quinoa, it's 1.5 cups of liquid.
Now we're going to add our liquid because it got pretty toasty.
And we're starting to throw it all over the kitchen, so that's how we know it's getting ready. So we will dump in all our delicious chicken stock. Everything's going to kind of float up. The veggies are going to float up at first, but fear not. It will all become incorporated. We heated our chicken stock. It helps with the cooking process. So when we throw it in, it's not like bringing the temperature way down. It's going to be keeping that temperature up high, and which will aid in cooking process, speed the whole thing up. So what we're going to do is now we're going to bring this to a boil, put a lid on it, turn the temperature down, and just let it simmer until the liquid is absorbed, and we will have some delightful quinoa.
Yep.
Superfood side dish has finished cooking. It has all our beautiful colors in it from all the different veggies. And then, as you can see, it gets little tails on it. So once they start to come up and they about triple in size, your liquid is reduced, you are ready to eat. And it will be much better tasting, I promise you by a million times, much better tasting than if you just boil a bag of quinoa, which is it'll make you not like quinoa. So this will actually make you want to eat quinoa, make you enjoy quinoa. Aside from all the beautiful and wonderful health benefits that comes from quinoa. Again, superfood, one of the most protein-rich and complete foods out there. So enjoy it. Let's give it a taste just to make sure. I know you love your veggies. So here we go. Cheers. It's going to be hot, so but enjoy. Yeah, I can eat quinoa like that all day.
Me too.
That is really good. So, a delicious dinner, a side dish for your dinner. This is a great accompaniment.
And we're going to have some really good dinner tonight.
Anyhow, thanks for cooking with us. Have a great day. Checking us out on What the Heckles Do I Cook Today. Cheers. Have a great day. Love you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.